Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is It's Prize. If you're new in this video, please subscribe, like and share with your friends, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you know anytime that I will upload. Today I have a very special guest, and I want to ask him a very important question, because I have just come from Qatar, and this guy has never left his country to go and work abroad for so many hours, and he's been surviving in Uganda. So today I want him to give us some tips how we can make it here in our country without thinking of leaving. So I want him to introduce himself right now.
Hello everyone. Good evening. This is Julius from Uganda. I come from Kisoro, the most loved district, the most loved place. Always President doesn't want to hear me say that, but unfortunately that is it. I think as we even say that that's where God moves around the whole world and sleeps in Kisoro. So
Surviving in Uganda.
Okay, I think one thing I need to mention before I even start is surviving in Uganda or surviving anywhere on earth. May I believe there is no formula to that. There is no formula to surviving anywhere. Because you see, surviving, I don't know how I can even explain it. We talk of surviving, we talk of I have a life, I have dreams to achieve, but me, I don't. Okay, from a realistic point of view, I believe everyone has their own chance wherever they go. For the case of Uganda, it's a completely different. Okay, I don't know. I've not moved anywhere, so I wouldn't want to say so much about outside Uganda. Let me say things especially related to Uganda. I need to start maybe from history. Let me talk about a little history about our schools, how our schools are set up, how our families are set up. That's how our livelihood is, because you see, we've been living in a lie. Especially, let me give an example on myself. I don't want to use any other person, especially me. When we grew up from school, because we thought that when our fathers and mothers we thought that would be like how our fathers and mothers were at that time, because you see, for them, they would go to school. By the time they finish, jobs are waiting for them. So as we grew up, we also grew up with that same lie, because we thought since my father was an engineer, I also should grow up and be the same thing. But we forgot that these people had opportunities, because I used to talk to my late father. He would tell me that the time he was in Chambogo, by second year, they had picked them, they had told them where they are going to work. This was a course of 4 years, but in second year, he knew that after finishing school, he was going straight to Kabarole by then, which is currently the Fort Portal town, to work as an engineer in second year. But me, in my third year, I only had fake promises from different people whom you would meet, like your family friends, and would promise you heaven on earth. That's why you just finish, come with your CV. We are going to do what we're going to get for you a job. So those are the falsehoods we grew up hearing. Because still university, like me, when I finished the university, I had over 10 people whom I was waiting on, who had told me that once you finish, bring your CV. So I finished, dropped all my CVs everywhere. So whenever I would call to remind the person says, call me next time. And the next time comes, you call, and the person tells you rudely that I have your CV. You think I don't know that you are there. When the opportunity comes, I will tell you. That was the time I took a decision of taking things into my own hands. I realized that actually, from the word go, I was living in a lie. That was a complete lie. So I had to become a realist and say, now what next? I cannot go back to my mom. I've finished school. I now need to do what? I need to start looking for money through all ways. I don't want to look for people. If I meet people on the way and they help me out, well and good. But if they don't, then I have to look for all ways. Because like me, I did IT, information technology, from Uganda Christian University. So the first job, actually I could even call it like self-employment. I was doing research for these people who are doing IT from UCU. The same people whom I helped working on their dissertations, they started linking me up to other people in Chambogo, Makerere. I even reached at the level of starting to do research like in masters, which myself I never had at the time. Even today I don't have it, but I still work with people who have masters, PhDs on projects. So that was my first survival channel. From there I started looking for other work. I started looking for other work through friends. The most important thing I can say, I think you need working networks. Working networks, I mean people you can trust. Of course, I also have trust issues with people, but at the end of the day, you cannot work alone. You need people to work with. So it's through that, like from now doing thesis, research, developing projects for students who are finishing university, that I ended up meeting real friends who were so much serious into starting to do business, especially in IT. So that's how I ended up moving from that point of now doing the university work, then going out and start working with friends. We ended up starting our own company, of which I cannot elaborate more about the company, but for the company deals mainly in IT and M&E. But all that was our own initiative. We didn't have a person behind us. That one I can assure you, it was our own initiative. So the only advice I can give you is never to give up, but you have to push yourself. You have no one behind you. It's one thing you need to first understand. You need to understand that you're on your own. Your parents had the job of giving you birth, then educating you up to university, if you are lucky, or tertiary institution, those who stopped in senior 4, P7 and joined other tertiary institutions. That is what they did. Beyond that, forget, just get out of your comfort zone. Start looking for money on your own. But try also to make networks that work. Networks that work where there is trust. Trust is an issue in Uganda. That one I can assure. I don't know where you are listening from or viewing from, but trust is a very big issue. If you have networks and you trust each other in those networks, you will make it. You're going to make it. Praise, I know you've not been around, you've been in Qatar, but you left us here. We've made it. We've passed through COVID. You're back, and I can assure you're going to make it. She's just here shying away, but she, even before she came by, she had a job, and the job was self-employment. So I think she also needs to give you tips on how she made it before going to Qatar.
Julius has no kind words for anybody. You are on your own. I cannot add anything in this video because everything you said, I was just shaking my head like this. I wanted tips and he's saying that you are on your own. Everyone, you are alone. Hey, Julius, I can't add anything. I hope this video maybe will benefit someone out there.